Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Mario and Luigi, Partners in Time. Last spell. Sounds so spellbinding, eh? Either way, we, whatever you want to call it, delve deeper into the Vim Factory and reach the root cause of the situation going on in the area, the Swiggler. After taking it down in an actually pretty fun and creative boss fight, we went back through time and wound up here in the present at Princess Peach's castle. This time, we're going to be talking to Egad and seeing just where we can go next through time as, well, okay, I left out the very important detail that, I'll just put it very, simply in saying that, wherever it is, where's the screen that he, oh. Yes, our Cobalt Star Shards were stolen by Baby Bowser and we gotta find a way to get them back. Kinda left out the most important detail right there, but that is what we are doing here today. So let's go see the old geezer. Let's split up and look for a geezer, everyone. About time you boys showed. Well, excuse me, like, for all I knew, I'd get returned 1 second after I left. I mean, it is time travel after all. Ran into some persnickety obstacles, did you? I am deeply in a shame cycle, Professor. We nearly had a pair of fragments, but that young Bowser fellow made off with them both. Now, no need to get your leather lathered. There have been new time holes popping up here faster than toast on Sunday morning. I guess the time juice was building up that whole time because they all appeared right after you said that. And I'll tell you, one of them has given off tremendous Cobalt Star energy readings. I've no doubt that that's the time hole you want. Yep, that's where Baby Bowser made his escape. Mario, Luigi, we must chase! We must have redemptitude! Shame cycle disengaged! Look now, before you rush off, I think it'd be wise to survey the rest of the castle. And another thing, there's a noisy feller from the past running around with a baby. He and Toadsworth were in the garden. Can you make sure there's no hoopla out there? I prefer hullabaloo personally, but I'm down for investigating some hoopla. Time hole on the second floor is a weird spot. You can't reach it by just jumping. Looks like you'll need to learn some new jumping technique. Sure wish I could. We have a lot of time holes that have opened up and everything like that, and yeah, well, you know, we'll have time to check all those out in a moment. We'll just go and see the plural Toadsworths. Look lively now, Elder Me. We must please the princess. Put your back into it. I'm absolutely spent. Pull yourself together, man. Smile, I say. Smile! He's straining. Toadsworth the younger, the princess. She won't stop crying. Tut tut. Worry not, Elder Me. We have not yet begun to amuse. Arms out now. 3, 2, 1. Toadsworth twist! Jolly good, Elder Me. Our charge is giggling. Our charge? Is charge like a British way of saying, like, child? Or am I just misinterpreting things like I usually do? Also, Mario and Luigi's diagonal sprites look so doofy. Just look at them. Like, they look so, like, dead-eyed and just... Well, you can see them for yourself, though. But I've never liked the diagonal sprites here. And finally, we're actually have a moment to bring that up. Oh, Masters Mario and Luigi, grown right up, haven't you? I'm quite up to speed in our crisis. Bit of a sticky wicket. The adult Princess Peach, the kingdom. You must save it all. And I shall be right here as you do, rooting for victory. What's that you say, old bean? You wish to learn our move? That's green bean to you. Well, if it will help you fulfill your duties, of course. It would be an honor and a privilege. Come, practice awaits. Chin up, Elder Me. You mustn't falter now. This song is so nice. It's finally back. I've missed it. So we're going to be learning about the spin jump, and my voice can actually stop being high-pitched now. So Master Luigi is the one who is going to be beginning the move here. You might be wondering that, hey, you know, they had this ability in Superstar Saga. Why did they forget it? Why didn't they just have it from the beginning of the game? because back then Mario did it. Luigi didn't know how to do it until now. And Mario is too full of himself to let Luigi take the lead anymore, so they can't perform this move like they used to. You can't stomp on Mario's ego, you can only stomp on Luigi's. That's how the world works. See, it all makes narrative sense. We press L, or sorry, not L, we actually press R and then press B. From there, press B again to make the two of you whirl and rise skyward. I'm all about rising skyward, just got done doing that for a few months. And now it's rather academic. Press a direction on the D-pad to fly in said direction. Huzzah! This marvelous technique will allow you to cross gaps where mere jumping proves lacking. Have at it. Regular jumps do still have their usage, as you do get a bit more verticality out of them though, but this gives you the most distance. A bit more of a Mario move because Luigi's known for his high jumps, but still a very nice move nonetheless. As you can see here, we can't leap up that normally, so it doesn't totally replace it, but it is really good for precision platforming when you just need to get across a gap as well. Yes, yes, jolly good show, Governor, and have some tea and biscuits and crumpets while you're at it. I'll trust you use it to your advantage in the field as well. Bloody show, Governor, or something like that. That was really bad. I think I should give the spin, I think the spin jump will give you access to some awfully hard to reach areas. Now be off, sirs. Utilize the new time hole. Rescue our princess. Isn't one princess good enough for you? Do we really need two? After all, you guys can share her, right? Please, your majesty, just one smile. I can like picture him like timing his words with them spinning around so she can actually hear what they're saying. Anyway, we do have the ability to do quite a bit more exploring around the castle area, and we shall do that. Can't reach that, unfortunately. We will be doing that. However, a lot of time holes opened up after we were gone. They say that time hole leads to some place in the Mushroom Kingdom's past. I'd love to jump into it, but I think I'd throw up from fear. But I really want to go! Whenever you can't do something, it just makes you want to do it even more, such is the nature of humans. How about we check out and see just where this time hole goes, as we now have the ability to dig up beans from the ground, and we've seen spots all throughout our adventure. There are bean spots in Toadwood Forest, in Bowser's Castle, and in Holly Jolly Village. Oh, and near Holly Jolly Village. How could I ever forget such an important area that has that name given to it? So we'll return to Holly Jolly Village. And, yeah, now that we have our spin jump, we can actually get up into the time hole. You can also toss the babies up, and if they go through time by themselves, well, I'll let you see. Oh man, they're crying out in help as they're going back on their own. Whatever will they do stranded in a strange time? Let us find out. Yeah, I'm sorry, the answer's actually pretty disappointing. I wanted to know 2 back when I first gained the ability to do this, but to no avail. Now, since we're back in Holly Jolly Village, I wanted to show you that the city is being rebuilt, and all the toads that were imprisoned back at the Vim factory, you know, they're all back here all happy and nice, or, oh wait, no they aren't. Yeah, this is kind of something that I find really, really dumb. You'd think that these areas would be, I don't know, kind of saved because we drove the invaders out and, you know, presumably saved all those toads that were being converted into fuel and all those things, but nobody's here. Even if we go to the mayor's house, there's no one here. The mayor didn't come back, none of the toads made it back here, nothing. And in fact, this time hole is completely pointless unless for some reason you didn't get one of the items in question mark blocks earlier, because there's not even any bean spots here. I know that means that I technically lied before, but I have searched all over. There are no bean spots in this place whatsoever. The only thing is that the shrooblets have respawned if maybe you want some easy experience, which you might as well do while listening to the really nice music around here that I was just praising a few moments ago that's been absent for a while, but that's it. It kind of sucks. Let's go. On the plus side, shrooblets die in one first strike, and they're damn good mushroom farming because of it if you want to get more of those for some reason, so that's the only thing of value here whatsoever. There's nothing else for you. And it's a shame because this tower that these shrooblets are on is so beautiful, and I wish it were used to better effect. So with that disappointment that's almost as big as Christmas actually being canceled, how about we go and see Bowser's Castle? Because I'm sure you remember there at least being bean spots there. And while we're going back, we are going to be cutting to a montage of all the bean locations we can get in previous areas momentarily. But before that, I do want to let you know that it will still be a while before beans are actually useful to you in any meaningful way. So if you don't want to do this, you really don't have to right now. You can wait on it. But I personally just like getting it right now. We just got the ability to do it. There isn't really a whole lot going on right now. We had all these time holes open anyway, and I wanted to show where they all lead to, just in case you wanted to go back to an early area for any reason, so that's why I'm getting them now. Anyway, cut to the montage! After this one bean, of course. We're gonna be going through these very fast, so if you wanna know where a bean is, pause and look at the map screen. During the montage, baby Mario got a level up. HP looking good, POW looking just about as good, defense looking great, speed, not a single one on that roulette. Don't worry, I'll find a way to get it anyway. Hey, I got it too! Still getting the worst possible option on the roulette, and by extension, baby Luigi's also getting a level up. That's looking nice, that's looking pretty bad, that's looking pretty good, and that's looking pretty bad as well. There's the +1. Told you I'd find a way to get it on this level up. Yep, they're still going. Next up is Toadwood Forest, and I want to mention something else that bothers me. I kind of already didn't like how there's nothing for you in Holly Jolly Village. That area serves no purpose other than just to give you a few items and be the battleground for your first battle with the Shroobs. That's it, and there's nothing there for you now. You don't even have any reason to go back there. Well, when we beat the Vim Factory, we didn't get any sort of cutscene that shows that the toads of the area are saved or see peace returning to Toadwood Forest. And sure enough, if you go back to Toadwood Forest, yep, you can't help these toads. They're just forever stuck to these trees. I've already said that things are a little bit bleak and things like that though, but I wish there was at least a little bit of satisfaction in doing that. Also, something else that bothers me that's just as important. What is this freaking car? Really? This car, like, presumably ran off the road and crashed into this cliffside right here and one of its wheels broke off? What is this car? And why is it here? It's not the time machine, because we saw what that looked like, and besides, it's back in the present with Egad now. Toadiko is right here. So, I don't know, was the time machine, like, originally planned to look like this, and they just left it there or something like that? Because I have never been able to figure out why there is a random car just run off the road and crashed right here. What purpose it serves, why this is here, it's never brought up by any of the toads in the area. I've never met an NPC being like, you know, oh, hey, Mario, I just wanted to let you know this very interesting story that I crashed my car over in the woods the other day. I sure hope nobody loots my glove compartment. No, I've never seen any sort of explanation of what that car is and why it's there, but I don't mean to make a mountain out of molehills. These are actually pretty minor things, though, but when you don't even get a Cobalt Star Shard at the end of the Vim Factory, I kind of wish there was at least some payoff, and I think having the toads be freed from the trees would have been the way to do it. Speaking of disappointing payoff, you didn't even have a nose. Mario gets a level up now during our exploration of Toadwood Forest. HP, pretty grand. POW, not so grand. Defense, a little bit in the middle of grandness. Speed, quite grand. And Stash, almost as grand. Stash had 6s on it, didn't it? No, it did not. Speed did, though. I don't need speed right now, though. I'm going first in every battle. Enemies aren't really getting a chance to, like, attack multiple times unless it's like a boss or something like that. HP +5. Feeling fine. Hey, that almost rhymed. HP good, POW good, Luigi. Man, who knew you were good at everything? I guess no one ever really just gives you the time of day to see how skilled you actually are. You could use a little more POW, I think. That's got some 6s on it. Now, I have a theory. I've been really bad at getting this timing right. No duh. I'm thinking of maybe I'm just a little off on the specific timing. Maybe I should hit it a little sooner than I think I need to. So let me try this. there was a 6 before that. Ugh. I never talked to this toad before. He says hi there. Again with the really remote toads that you don't think you'd be able to talk to having the actually lighthearted dialogue. Baby Mario gets yet another level up. I think I'm gonna go for high def. Haha! I actually got it too. I would have been caught with my pants down while trying to make a bad pun if I got a 1 though, but I was caught with no such pants down. Pow's looking nice. Speed's pretty good. Oh boy, probably power speed. Oh, HP is good too. Maybe Luigi hasn't really been hurting in the way of health. Going pow. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes! Rare footage of the Lakitu actually getting first striked. Oh, feels so good. Feels so good. Now for Mario to get level up number 2. Stash it is! Getting 3. And now for Luigi to join the party. That's pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. I can have a pick of just about anything I want, and you know what? I'm going with Stash. Yeah! Luck is turned. I did another sweep of the Vim Factory just to see if I'd missed anything, and if you're wondering about the boss's room after you've beaten it, you can walk through this room, but there's nothing here for you. It's just kind of a cool looking place, and that's really about it. I'm also showing you this to prove that, yes, Baby Bowser really did escape by flying through a wall underground. But you know, who's counting? And another level up for Baby Mario. We're just blazing right through these levels. I will be OP by the time we go on to the next area. Power is looking good, HP looking good, defense not so much, speed is looking great. That's tempting, but you're pretty darn fast already. Hey, we all know my secret talent is making babies grow mustaches, and I can't possibly get a 1, so why not? Of course I'd get it too. And then Baby Luigi. HP's great. HP, I stand to get a 2. Power, I stand to get a 1. Defense, I stand to get a 1. Speed, I stand to get a 2 or 3. I can't really tell. All those numbers are pretty big. Stash, I stand to get a 1. I'm gonna at least go for one of the stats that I'd probably get a 2 on. And I believe that is every single bean that is currently obtainable in the Mushroom Kingdom's past. Why do I say that I believe that and not that that is the case? Well, strap in. Go ahead, be my guest. Look anywhere you want. There is no complete guide anywhere on the internet of every bean spotted Mario and Luigi partners in time. They exist for Superstar Saga, they exist for Bowser's Inside Story, they exist for Dream Team, they do not exist for Partners in Time. The wiki on IGN is the closest thing to a complete guide that I've ever been able to find, but even that has no screenshots, unlike their wikis for the other Mario and Luigi titles. It's very non-specific about some beans, and in test playthroughs, I even found it to be inaccurate in some areas. Man, it really is true, nobody played this game. Yeah, nothing. I searched far and wide, across the land, but yeah. Couldn't find anything, still can't find anything to this day, so this is based entirely on my own research, as well as just what I was able to find in doing a second sweep through the areas. I even gave the Vim Factory a sweep to see if maybe I missed anything there, because while you're doing commentary, you are liable to miss some things that are very blatantly obvious on screen for somebody who's watching, and that's how you get about an extra 200 comments on the video saying like, "Oh, you forgot about this really obvious item that was in plain sight. Do you even use the internet at all?" But no, it's that's how things are in the business, I suppose. So now in the present time, there are some beans around Peach's castle that I had pointed out before, hence the one we just got. And I'll just kind of go around and grab those and see you back momentarily. I believe that to be all of them. Now, there were multiple time holes that opened up that we hadn't seen yet, and some of them are not our objectives. You might be a little bit curious about those. First of which, get a one-up mushroom in there.
If you hit that block, another one will appear on the floor at the top of the stairs. If you hit that block, the door to the observatory will open. At least that's what I heard. The block up there vanishes after a short while, though, which really doesn't help. I've tried to get to it before it disappeared, but I've never made it, not even once. I just can't imagine how anyone is supposed to make it all the way there in time.
Sounds like me whenever I complain when playing a game blind. You'll hit this block, it'll give you 25 seconds to reach the top. And try as you might, you little think rat, you are never, ever, ever, ever going to make it to the top on foot. Just one staircase ate up 8 seconds of our 25-second time limit. Just getting to the second one ate up 15. You can see that we are nowhere near the end of this. We have yet another staircase in front of us, and no matter how much you get your movement input down for speedruns or whatever, you're never gonna make it in time. Thankfully, it is kind enough to just teleport you to the bottom right away whenever you fail it, but this will be good to keep in mind for later if we ever get an ability that lets us move faster. And if we don't, well, that's some cruddy game design. Second, we're going to step onto this switch and go back down to the first floor. For in the courtyard that is just beyond the bottom of this staircase, I guess is what you'd call it if you're trying to go for accurate sense of direction, there is a time hole up on top of this ledge. We have no way of reaching anywhere remotely that high at this point, so also keep that in mind for the future. Actually, can I? Oh, well, good thing I came here anyway. I was only checking the rooms that we had already been in because I didn't want to spoil things, though, but I don't think I can. No, you can't, not even close. It was worth a shot. Kind of sad that the first time we used that outside of a tutorial was for something we couldn't even do, but I promise that ability's usefulness will come in very soon. Now, since we have gone around and done all that exploring, we are rolling in dough, we are swimming in coinage, we are doing many other analogies for having a hell of a lot of coin. I say we should check the equipment shop, as it is restocked since we have last been here. And there's some pretty darn good equipment. We have the branded slacks and the preferred pants. Definitely preferred over what we had before, that's for sure. I have yet another tale for my child self being the worst Mario and Luigi player ever as a kid. I played through the entire game without knowing that this shop restocked. Yeah, I never upgraded my equipment past the stuff that we had on our first visit to this shop unless I found it in an item block. As you can imagine, I had almost no defense. And no, it wasn't really offset by all the HP I had by picking that in every level up. It was just pure agony and misery the entire way. It was pretty awful. Now, even though I love the amount of firepower that Mario's got, that's only that's 5 points of power that I could give up to have more than double the amount of defense I currently have. So I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do the same for Baby Mario, because yeah, again, it's 5 points of defense for doubling my defense. Or 5 points of POW for doubling my defense. That's what I want. Badges, also restocked. I also played through the entire game without knowing that this restocked. We have the Shroom Badge, which is not the overpowered broken piece of crap that it's been in certain other games. No, this is just simply slightly increases the amount of HP that you recover when using mushrooms. It's okay. The Exp Badge increases the amount of experience received when you defeat enemies with attack items. I guess that could be kind of nice and maybe get... Actually, you know what? No. That's very nice. I think I do want to grab a few of those. We also have the Coin Badge. Increase coins received when you use attack items to defeat enemies. Okay. So it's a bit of a refund that you are using up a lot of items to beat enemies if you're using this effect often, but you will see a return on it by getting bonus coins. You know what? I don't particularly like any of the badges that I have equipped right now. The pet badges are really only there to deal with the spiny Shroopas. Who knew that was so hard to say? Whenever the babies had to fight them alone. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about status ailments on the babies too much going forward. They have a good amount of health now too. So I'll give Luigi the experience badge. He's a little bit behind. Yeah, we got that. Also, okay, how do I want it? coin badge. I'll put that... I'll put one of those on the babies, so every time the babies participate in battle, they'll get the effect out of that. I don't know off the top of my head if the experience badge is only for the bro that equipped it, or if it's for everyone. I'm wanting to say it's for everyone because it does tell you how much experience the group earned, so I think it should be pretty good on Luigi. Yeah, I think I'll keep that. And do I want Baby Mario to have anything else? I'll buy an easy badge for Baby Mario to make the bros attacks a little bit easier to pull off, just because I don't have anything else for him. Again, I feel like I'm kind of conflicted with what it is I'm going to do with my equipment spread, just because there isn't a lot for me. We'll put that on, and still have over 1,000 coins left over. I am sitting very pretty on my solid gold throne. Yes, I am.
Come on back!
And now, the regular item shop has also restocked. We now have the capability to buy super mushrooms for 15 coins and mushroom drops also for 15 coins. They can be a little bit helpful. Maybe you might want to pick up a couple of super mushrooms, but I got 40 regular mushrooms, and I'll just use the supers if I have a mid-battle emergency. I think I'm fine. And for bros attacks, we now have the Smash Egg and the Ice Flower. I'm gonna buy one of each of these just so I can demonstrate them next time that we get into a fight, but I just wanted to show that these are here if you want them. These are very good bros attacks. I think you're gonna like these a lot. I think you're gonna be using them a lot in battle, so maybe stock up on them, especially the Ice Flower. That's a really good one. But of course, you can tell we're gonna be getting a lot of them from item blocks based on how everything has been up to this point. Here we are. This is a rather nice looking place. Time hole showed up at the top of this bookcase. Problem is, you can't cross the gap between the bookcases with standard jumps. You want to know how to do it? Aha! Caught you, you darn jumping hooligans! I won't have it. This library is not to be treated like a gymnasium. Wanna bet? Sure this never crossed your mind, but you wouldn't climb on the bookcases, right? I mean, there's no way you'd get up there and wander around, is there? What do you say? Boy, I just finished reading Mighty Mushroom Masters. Talk about an awesome read! It says hitting monsters with hammers to enter battle may disify and paralyze them. Sounds like it doesn't work on all monsters, but still, that's pretty sweet, right? Huh. I didn't really think anyone in this world talked about books they read. Usually they're just telling you about how they played this awesome new game called Fire Emblem. Hey, I've been reading this book, Feared Fungi Fighter. It's great. It says you can get the dropping baddies by jumping on them as soon as you start a battle. Okay, I think he just called feet Tootsies right there. That's kind of funny. Toadstools of Terror. It says if a monster hits you from behind... Oh, okay, he just called a butt a keister. These toads have such funny speaking mannerisms. Now with that, now that we have our ability to spin jump, which we have to get rid of the babies to be able to do, it's kind of adding another step on using an ability, so I guess... Oh, training badge, all right. We had that earlier. That's, we had the option to buy that earlier. That's, I think, decreases damage, but it makes, bros items free to use so that you can practice the timing, but again, don't need it. Says he doesn't need practice, falls right off of a very simple, very generously sized platform. Thank you for that. I'll go over this way, I'll hit this block, get a super mushroom. Very glad I didn't just buy one. And now we can follow the arrow and go all the way up here. Get a Mario block containing a 1-up super, always welcome. We have made all of our preparations for the road ahead, found out where our next objective is, and gotten so many beans that, well, let's just say you won't want to sleep next to these guys tonight. Next time on Mario and Luigi, Partners in Time, we head back into the Mushroom Kingdom's past and go look for our pieces of the Cobalt Star that were stolen by Baby Bowser. See you guys then.